Alrighty, folks, here we go. I am about to go through some of these replays, and if I'm being quite honest with you, I don't really remember many of them because two reasons. One, uh, I recorded these a while ago, but yeah, I've been I've been doing a lot of stuff, and so I don't even know what I'm up against right now. But as you can see, standard mermail play going first, but I'm thinking of getting and incorporating the ice barriers into this. So what's about to happen is the ice barriers are about to make their entrance. Pitching a green. I'm sorry, pitching Mirror Jade to get a green. Now I'm about to start doing stuff because I'm able to normal summon an additional sea serpent monster this turn because that monster happens to be an ice barrier is neither here nor there. As long as it's a sea serpent, I get it off. And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick. Maybe. Oh, it's going so fast. So in this instance, anyone who's familiar with Vermeils and the Atlanteans, they know that whenever they are tributed to activate the effect of a water monster, their effect's about to go off. Right now, if I'm remembering this correctly, I'm going to only summon two tokens. Let's see if I remember that correctly. Yes, because now I get to special summon a level 4, and as you can see, that equals 4 plus 4 is plus 1 is 9, and Croco Dragon because I've have stuff in hand that allows me to do stuff on my opponent's turn, I was like, let me go ahead into Croco Dragon, and now I'm able to summon this, and I'm able to do that. Uh Wins over Ice Barrier, I can sack off. Yeah, so this was just I just went cuckoo bananas. I'm remembering this now. I just went crazy because I was going unencumbered, unhindered by my opponent's hand, and right now, unless they have sphere mode, they're in for a world of hurt. So okay, they do that, right? And I'm protecting myself, and so he does this. So I think this is going to be a big brain play. Yeah, I remember this. I definitely remember this. So attempted to turn all my stuff face down. That's fine. I'm choosing to activate Croco Dragon's effect to destroy something because I can destroy something on my field, right? Or something on the field. It doesn't have to be just their stuff. So for gonna do the droplet, I'm getting rid of the A green. I'm sorry, the Gamir or Ymir, whatever. And then I'm banishing stuff for my plays next turn. Now, there's stuff happening, and so I just do all of this stuff, and I don't think they were prepared for it. So I'm going to go ahead and summon my Ice Jade back, and her effect went off, meaning that my monsters can only be destroyed by battle this turn. So I'm thinking to myself, he's got a lot to work on. And he just goes straight into battle. And I'm like, what is this? Okay, so he doesn't intend to actually win this one. Because I'm like, I understand Sky Striker is very, very good going first. But what he just did going second, I'm scratching my head trying to understand where he's going with this. Because he's not going to be able to banish my stuff. He's not going to be able to destroy my stuff with card effects. I'm over here trying to figure out what's happening. So I'm gonna let him keep doing all of this, and he's doing all of that. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, do you know what just happened? Let me see if I can't pause it. Let me explain to y'all what just happened. He decided he was going to use his Link's effect to tribute, summon, destroy. He tributed his monster to summon two other monsters, and he had the ability to destroy cards on field. However, you have to pick an appropriate target with those. So when his monsters were summoned back and he was given the opportunity to destroy a card on the field, and he selected yes, he had no choice but to destroy one of his own cards because those are the only viable targets on field. So that is why he lost. Going on to the next one. When was this? This was March 29th. Yeah, so a while ago. Let me go ahead and play this one, see if I can remember what happened. Because during that whole thing I was like, okay, he just let me do all of this stuff and now he's just going to attack. Like you have to read your opponent's stuff. Okay, so I'm going first again. This deck loves going first, by the way. It mostly needs to go first, and I activated that to bait it out because I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? I do see my hand, and I'm like, that hurt a little bit, but I have the ability to make this go cuckoo bananas by doing all of this if don't get interrupted, and he's not interrupting me. So let's see how far this goes. And you might be thinking to yourself, why would you get that to hand? This is why. Because I need to get my stuff going. I need to get my mojo going. And I have not yet normal summoned. Remember that. I have not normal summoned yet. And so all of this stuff's happening, and oh, what is that? That's an ice barrier. What? I thought he was playing mermails. Yeah, nope. This is my Atlantis deck, ladies and gentlemen, and I am doing all sorts of stuff. Remember these plays, people, because they are very important. Level 10s, rank 8s, rank 7s. And now he decides to go ahead and use the. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what's happening here. Well, I could do all of this X, Y, and Z, or I could just summon Adamantipator and in there. So I decided that I was going to summon Georges, and after I summoned him, I was like, that wasn't a good idea because of Sphere Mode. However, when he drops the Molcharmy, I'm like, okay, he doesn't have it. And then he starts doing Fiendsmith stuff, and I'm like, okay, I got this. Because he's gonna summon that. All I need to do is summon one other ice barrier, and I cut off his effects engrave. I don't think he realized that. So he summons this, right? Summon. So now his monster's effects on field now have a toll on them thanks to General Raiho. I get to summon something else thanks to Lancia, and his monster's effects engrave are now turned off. Now I have the little dog. I forgot what the dog's name is. What is his name? Defender. Now Defender's on field, right? He realizes that his effects engrave aren't working. So what does he do? He summons Typhon. Typhon has 2900 attack. He can't attack. So now he's got no choice but to do all of this stuff, right? And now he's like, oh, I return that back, but it's my main phase too. So he can just summon him again because Georges can be summoned again if I have an Ice Barrier on field by specialing summoning himself. He was like, well, I lost. And then he just gave up. I shouldn't laugh because I hate when I lose to something stupid. But granted, y'all, I feel like I was playing really smart in both of those duels. Like the whole destroying my Tremora to get not my Tremora, my Gamir, to activate Tremora's effect in Graves to summon it back. Y'all, that was a big brain play. Like, I don't know anyone who would have done something like that unless they knew the deck, unless they knew the cards. And I know the deck and the cards. Ice Barrier kicking us off. Yes, 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 and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop the dragoons. I'm gonna, yep. So, and then of course he maxes, and I won this one. I remember because well, not only did I show you guys when I hit the play button, but I was like, frick, am I gonna maxi challenge this guy? Like, what am I gonna do? I think, I think what's gonna happen is I'm going to summon Spellbreaker at some point, activate her effect, and turn off all spells. And I think he's done nothing but he draws nothing but spells. No, that's not what happens. Okay, because there was one deck, there was one duel where I did that, and this guy had like 15 billion cards in his hand, and I had Spellbreaker, and I was like, oh, well, let's see what happens. He just quit because he couldn't do anything. I don't know if I recorded that one though. Anyway, as you can see, Mitsurugi, it's probably Mitsurugi yummy, for all I know. But and I can't stress this enough. If Lancia is removed from the field by my opponent's card and sent to either grave or banishment, his effect goes off. You can return him to hand, absolutely, which of course returns him back to the extra. But you can't send him to banish or to grave. And I don't know if this person knows that because they're doing all of this stuff. You see them, they're just going off. They're going crazy. I'm gonna speed it up because I'm bored watching it. And so he summons this thing, right? And I think that thing destroys stuff. Is he going to destroy something? Yeah. And then I activate this. He activates that, and I'm like, nah, just gonna send her, summon the Trishula, and banish your shit. And now he's playing Ryziel. Okay, that's what it was. So again, um, for those of you who are unaware, I think he's going to return something or do something or something's going to happen, and I'm going to end up summoning Trishula. And of course, it happens during the damage step, turns off all of his effects because I think he's about to do something here, and I forgot what it was. Yeah, he's going to attack during the damage step. Trishula zero does this, so I'm summoning this and I'm summoning that, and it's pretty. I know it's over. I don't think he knows that. Oh, and I summoned another Ice Jade Tremora. No effect. Part of him had to have known that. So I'm gonna start returning stuff. He's gonna try to activate effects. It's just not gonna work. And then he's gonna try though. He this person is gonna try. I don't know what they were trying to do though. So I'm just destroying stuff. But then he's like trying to do other stuff. And I guess I don't know. He realized that I had way too much interaction. And he was like, I can't do this. And yeah, he ended up leaving. To be fair, though, you also didn't see how long I sat there. I remember this now. I sat there forever trying to figure out what this person was doing, and then just connection failed. I think he realized that, yeah, he just couldn't do anything. So, that was this one. Let me try this one. And this was, oh, you can see here, it's the freaking Labyrinth. I hate those players. I hate Labyrinth players. All this turn zero stuff when it's my turn. Ugh, it's worse than Goaty. And I play Goaty, so I know. Oh, and this is, oh, I remember this. I remember this. God, I remember this. I hated this. So this was like what, like the special duels, and it was like infinite like cards in hand, and I'm like, this is dumb. Like you can't look at your hand in its entirety in one frame, and so you got to do this like shuffling type thing. Let me go ahead and speed this up because this person went first, and I think they thought that they had like stuff, like that they were like legit good. I remember winning every single one of these, because they gave you like three to play, and I ended up, oh yeah, he's gonna activate that, and he gets rid of all of my shit, and I was so happy because I don't need my spells when I have all these monsters in hand. So that was just nothing but and so he's gonna do that, and I'm like, yeah, no, you just saw what I drew, so I'm definitely going to stop that from happening. He already knows what I'm running because he used that virus thing. So I'm just going to start summoning stuff. And because this is on field, he you know their decks. They have to keep their spells and traps. Like they can't have them banished. They just can't. And so all of his monsters and all of his tactics with this particular event is to make sure your opponent can't play, to make sure that I can't play. But I have too many monsters that have high attack that are easily summoned. And he's going to find that out right now that I'm just going ham. Like that did nothing to me. So I'm over here doing stuff, summoning stuff, activating stuff, doing stuff, and I think this person's going to end up quitting. I don't know what happens. Fun fact about the viruses: you can't draw them, the monsters or the spells and traps, but you can add them to hand. There are a lot of people that don't know that. I played someone live tabletop, and I'm like, okay, add to hand, and they were like, okay, send the grave, and I'm like, what do you mean? It's like you just drew that. I was like, no, I didn't draw it. I added it to hand. And he's like, judge, judge, and they came over like, what's up? It's like he ended up putting a card that is less than 1500 under Eradicator or under the virus. And the judge was like, well, did he draw it or did he add it? He's like, well, he added it. Well, that counts. And then he tried to explain to him what I already explained to him. He got mad and we continued to play. I ended up losing, but the fact of the matter is he didn't know how his own cards worked. Well, fast forward to this, and he ends up quitting. Realizing that, oh shit, yeah, I can still add stuff to hand and I can still special summon. He quits. And he went first. And then so this is tryout duel. Oh, was that the only one that I could have swore I had another one. Oh, I okay. Whatever. Anyway, let's do this one. The other tryout duels with the 16 cards, amazing. Because that's the one where I ended up summoning Spellbreaker. I and so here's another one. I think I'm gonna actually summon Spellbreaker and turn off spells, but we shall see. Oh, Dark Magician. Yeah, I'm not surprised that I won this one. Dark Magician, even with all the new stuff that it's got, it's still not good enough. And that's honestly really sad considering how favored the Blue Eyes decks are um for Yu-Gi-Oh! And let me go ahead and speed this up because these plays are boring. It's always, and I think this guy makes a mistake because he doesn't end on the right board for some reason. Um, I think he tries to, and it just doesn't work out. So he's doing all of this stuff, and something somewhere happens. I remember where I think he misplayed, and I think that's what it was when he summoned or when he added that to hand because he's doing all of this stuff here and I don't know. He summons that, and then he's gonna bring out, yeah, that. I forgot what happens. Either I drew the heart of the cards, or something happens, um, that I just completely crap on him. I think I'm about to, yep, do that. He stops one, uh, the summoning part, but he doesn't stop this, and that's what he needed to stop because I'm about to do this, which is going to get all of my stuff off. So he stops that from happening. But now I have both Ice Barrier and Atlantean active. So he's about to get his shit stomped in. I mean, not to be that guy, but he's about to get his shit stomped in. And so all of this, return everything back to hand, and I think he ends up leaving because now I use the ice barrier effect. I got all this stuff going on, and I think he's like, I'm not here for this. I don't want to deal with this. He summons that. I do remember I'm going to summon this, and I think I'm just about to go ham on him. I'm not sure if I think I'm about to go with the Coral Dragon. I think he has something banished, so I'm about to do Deep Sea Prima Donna. Oh, this is just so good. Like going uninterrupted. I forgot how satisfying these kinds of plays are. So return that useless Kaiba thing. Now I have another level 10, or I can make a level 10. And that right there is enough to kill. But I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's got, and so I'm gonna keep going because I've been stopped by this before, and then okay. I think he had something in his hand that would have made it so that way once I attacked, he was gonna summon something, but I think he realized that if I summon something else with 3,000 or more attack, which I was going to, it was going to be a Lancia, um, he wasn't going to be able to overcome that. So, yeah, let's see. This one, I forgot how this one went. This one was more recent, but I don't know if he ever was able to summon his Red Dragon Archfiends. I think I just completely stopped him. I think, am I going first? No, he's going first. Something happened with this particular duel that frustrated the heck out of this person. And when I saw that, I was like, crap, he's playing Sky Striker. But then I was like, Vanadium? What the heck is that? I do remember this duel was like a couple days ago after I got back from Georgia. But he's doing stuff, and I have no idea what he's doing because I don't know this deck. When I see the Wolf of the White Forest, I'm like, okay, he's doing white witch stuff or witch of the white stuff or whatever, the witch stuff. Uh, then he ends on that, and I'm like, what is this? And then he activates that. And I'm like, then what is that? And I'm over here trying to figure out what's going on. And I see him doing stuff and nothing's really mattering. So I just keep going. I'm like, okay, is he going to stop this? Is he going to do something? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'm doing this, got my ice barriers, and now I've got my Atlantean stuff going. So what's happening here? Nothing's happening. And so I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like, he's not doing nothing. So I'm just going to bash his shit in. Yeah, so I don't remember what happened. All I know is that nothing really happens. Like he gets his clock rung because I do remember he's going to try and summon something um during the damage step. He summons it in attack mode. So you see how it has zero attack and it's still there. I'm not sure. And then I just for shits and giggles I turn off his spells and traps or his spells and then I attack, right? So that happens. Then he summons that, but he summons in attack mode. And I'm like, you weren't supposed to do that. Granted, I don't know. He got his shit bashed in. That's all I know. To be fair, he wasn't playing one of those immaculate, like, go crazy, go first, win automatically decks. So here are two losses in a row. The first one, I fucked up because I didn't read. The typhoon stuff, it does too much. And I at this point I'm pretty sure I was half in the bag. I was feeling really good off of some sangria, and I was like, okay, might as well keep playing. And so the two losses that you're going to see is me under the influence of sangria. Any of you who are trying to piece together what sangria is, it's pretty much Spanish wine. They don't call it that, but that's what it is. Let me go ahead and fast forward this because a lot like most other decks that are new, it's very linear, it's very boring, doing all the same stuff. This is the standard MST deck plays. Summon a bunch of stuff, link a bunch of stuff, make sure your opponent can't play when it's their turn, yada yada yada. Fortunately for me, I don't really set spells and traps. The only continuous spell that you saw is Freezing Chains, and I think that is honestly the only continuous spell that I have in the deck. Yeah, it's the only continuous spell I have in the deck. Other than that, it is what it is. Doing all of this stuff, and I'm over here like, what's happening? What's going on? And then I think I draw into Dark Ruler no more. Let's see what I draw. No, I Forbidden Droplet. So I'm like, okay, activate this. Is he going to do anything? No. Summon this. Summon that. Anything? No. Discard. Now he's doing stuff. Let me just go ahead and stop this now. All three monsters just turn off their effects. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got it. Everything's pretty good, pretty solid. Um, I guess he understood my deck a lot better than I understood his. Because I'm over here thinking, this is pretty good. It's looking pretty good for me. No. And I knew that he had MST, and I was hoping he wouldn't activate it because I know they activate it on their own stuff. And then this starts happening, and all of this starts happening, and I'm like, oh crap, what am I supposed to do? Is anything going to happen? I can't use the effect of Lancia for some reason, so I'm like, okay, let's do this. Then he does that, and then that effect goes off, and then I'm completely shut out. To be quite honest with you, I had no idea any of that was going to happen. Like I said, under the influence of sangria, that, and I don't know what the cards do. Now that I know that it's a bunch of fuck yous to your opponent, yeah, I'm gonna be a lot more cautious. And a lot honestly, I could have played that a lot better um by summoning Agreen and or Cheng Ying, but I just didn't. I probably should have. Instead of summoning Lancia first, I definitely should have summoned Gamir or Ymir, whatever you call her name. Another loss, but I forgot who I was playing against. Ah, yep, Luna Light. So I could show you this one, but let me just explain. The fucking tiger. The fucking tiger. It's the tiger. They summon two of the tigers, and then I'm absolutely. I wish there was a way for me to like just fast forward all of this because I put up a really good fight. The tigers just they just do too much, and they are easily summoned. You would think that something that does so much and is so easily summoned and can't be touched, uh, would be easier to out or it'd be harder to summon. Nah, nah. I really want to show all the like my deck could do as resilient as I was. But I don't really care. So let me go ahead and stop this. Yeah, I lost this one. The Tigers did it. It was the Tigers' fault. Um, and then what is it? Oh, I didn't realize I played this many. Okay, three more. Fast forward these, maybe. Okay, so I'm going first, and I already don't like the map that they're using. It's Labyrinth, and I don't like Labyrinth, as I already explained. And I'm pretty sure this person is playing Labyrinth, so I'm summoning the Wayne just to see, and nothing's happening. Oh, wait, I think I played this person more than once. It could just be the card sleeves, but I wanted to check that. That's what I was looking at, because the card sleeves are reminiscent of someone I played back to back. Um, but I didn't check the name. So this is Ian. Yep, so here I go. Yep, doing all this stuff, and he decided for whatever reason, I guess he just drew into that. And so I'm just gonna blow his stuff up because I don't want nothing returning, nothing vanishing. I want to be able to control where everything's going. And so freezing curses, he didn't stop that. I was super surprised. Because I feel as if he had some way to stop that. And he's playing Cool Tunes. Yes. So Cool Tunes, fun fact, a lot of their effects go off in grave. Anyone who knows Georges knows Georges, while another ice barrier is on field, you can't activate card monsters effect in grave. Cool. He also can't activate his spells and traps. So he summons this, right? And he banishes it. But he decides, oh, he'll let it go. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. And so I saw him get rid of the Trishulas. Cool, he got rid of the Trishulas. But now he needs to be able to activate monster effects on field with two cards in hand. So now he's put himself on a toll. And I have Forbidden Droplet, and his monsters with more than 1600 attack can't attack anyway. So he's doing that. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna be screwed. Maybe, maybe if he doesn't read, is he going to read? I don't think he reads. He's doing all this stuff, doing all this stuff, doing all this stuff. Really big monster, all this stuff. Okay, really big monster, all this stuff. And that's it. I was so shocked. So he just negated something. Cool. Now I have the ability to whoop that ass because I'm about to whoop that ass because I'm looking and I'm like, okay, he's got that one monster effect that doesn't really scare me, so I'm going to activate all of this stuff at the right moment, which now is the right time. Negate, negate, summon the Wayne. Wayne summons, and I'm thinking to myself, when is he going to activate that effect? He does it. That's totally fine. And now I have nothing to worry about. So I can compete and do this all uninhibited. He's got nothing on me. Deep Sea Prima Donna. And so I think he was trying to determine whether or not he stood a chance based off of what I was able to do. As you can plainly see, I stand more than a fair chance. I'm about to wreck him, son. Get out of here. Out. Get away. And then I start turning on the other engine that I'm running, and I think he's about to surrender. Yep. And so that was Aen. And I think, do I play him again? I think it's this person. I'm going to skip the one in the middle real quick. Um, I think this may be same card sleeves, different deck. Yeah, okay, that's what. So they have the same card sleeves, different deck, different person, and so I was like, "Am I playing the same person?" No. Um, again, so the last one was a Mulcharmy challenge. This one is a Maxi challenge, and I don't care. I'm sorry, like I will play it. I don't care because at this point, you have to go first and you have to give it your all. And I'm thinking to myself, if I can shut off spells and traps, maybe that will be enough. I just have to make sure that I can do enough that I can survive. And so, cool, he finally grew into something useful, but he is not able to stop me. I'm able to continue. And I've done this before. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Don't, yeah, do that. So now that is a 9, if I'm not mistaken, for Croco Dragon. Correct. And now he's getting all of his hand traps, which again is totally fine. I'd much rather him use them now, which I'm surprised he didn't use it then so I can shut off his spells and traps. So and then he's playing Cool Tune. That's why I thought this was the same person because same sleeves, different field, but also different name. And they're playing Cool Tunes. And now I just turned off his monsters effects engrave. He doesn't know that yet. I think he's gonna try and do some stuff, right? It's not gonna work. How do I know he tries to do stuff? This duel that you're watching that I'm speeding up right now took forever. And if I'm not mistaken, I ended up winning not because he ended up surrendering or because I reduced his life points. It's because time ran out because he made me sit here and watch as he did nothing. And okay, he had the hand advantage, but he can't activate spells, and his cool tunes need their spells to go off. And he also needs to be able to activate monster effects in grave. He can't do that. Now his monster effects on field have now been he has to pay a toll for them. So he's doing all this stuff. And why is it the first fucking thing that he attacks is Lancia? Again, during the damage step, you can't do anything, so banish all of your stuff, and now it's over. I know it's over. I think he knows it's over. And you're going to see time limit because after I banished his stuff, we sat there forever. I was so pissed. I'm like, if it's over, it's over. I've surrendered. Y'all have seen me surrender before. If you surrendered, then if you can't win, just give it up. Stop. It's just a game. Like I'm showing you guys my losses because well, I showed you one of them. The other one was just so boring. But yeah. And then this one, I forgot what happens. But I when I realize he's playing Malice, I'm like, I'm so over it. I'm gonna just let you do your stuff because they interrupt so much. And so he stops that, which does hurt, by the way, just a little bit, a lot. But I'm able to do this still, and I'm able to get my effect off of Mirror Mage whenever she or he sent to the grave. So there we go. And now I'm able to do this. Marincess is a godsend. Now you can't get his effect again, but you can do this, which can get the whole ball rolling. And so he stopped me from, you know, getting my hand advantage because I was going to definitely have a much larger hand with a much better inboard. However, this is still pretty decent because I'm going to end up with Lancia. Lancia is a must, but I'm also going to end up now with um Ice Jade Ymir. Now, big brain playtime. What I'm about to explain to y'all. I'm activating Ran Agerin's effect, right, to discard. So that way she can summon herself plus a level 3. So that way I can get another level 10. I have freezing chains in hand. I just sent Defender. I'm going to make sure that I have as much protection as possible Summon Defender, who's a level 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. I'm going to go into Adamancipator. Set him there. And now dare this mother lover to do something. So I don't know he's playing Malice until right now. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Banish. He's going to do it anyway. So I'm going to help him out by banishing the mouse thing for him. So that way he can special summon. I don't get both of those because they happen in the same chain. However, the moment I summoned General Raiho, his ass is cooked. He's got way too many effects. I know he's got way too many effects in on field in order to maintain hand advantage. And now I just turned off the effects of his monsters in grave. So he's going to go through all this rigmarole to find out that he must enter battle phase to get rid of either General Raiho or Georges. Getting rid of Georges after you have no cards left in hand doesn't really do much. So he's going to activate this effect to destroy. My monsters can't be destroyed because of the Ice Jade's effect. So now he's going to go after the Lancia of all things. And we just saw what happens when you do that during the damage step. Goodbye. And that's the game. I was so shocked. Like, why Lancia? His monster was already more powerful. Why Lancia? Maybe this person was either a bot or they had a death wish they knew that they weren't going to be able to get out of the situation I put them in. I don't know. All I know is that you ended up surrendering anyway. So why didn't you just press the button sooner? Okay, I need to start recording the times that I surrender. Maybe I should just have an entire thing of me surrendering, so that way y'all know that it's not that big a deal. It's just a game, a fun game. Anyway, peace out for now. Hope y'all enjoy. Like, subscribe if you enjoy my witty banter. This is just me naturally sober. I'm a very charismatic person. I would love subscribe. I'd love for a follow. I'd love a share. I'd love it all. Come on, y'all. Join King Kyrie here on the Seven Seas with my Atlantis deck because this deck ain't going nowhere. This deck is amazing, and they keep adding more cards, like the new synchron stuff and the whole tuning trap. Yeah, I've played that on Dueling Nexus with. There's this water synchron monster that lets you, and you also can special summon a monster from hand. It's gonna be lit, y'all. When that card finally gets released, I'm going to incorporate it into my Master Duel deck and see how it runs. Being able to synchro summon on your opponent's turn is so unexpected. And what you're able to go into, the cards you're able to use, ah, so good. So good. Anyway, bye, y'all.